Okay, so today is September 1st, 2021, and it's important to point the date out because today a Colorado grand jury decided to indict 3 police officers and 2 paramedics that tended to Elijah McClain and resulted in his death, or some would say murder. So what's important to point out is that Elijah was put into a carotid hold and then he was overdosed with ketamine. So the actions taken by the paramedics and the police officers was extremely reckless, deadly, violent, and essentially have involved now a grand jury indicting all of them, everybody involved. Now, it's a sharp contrast to 2019 when the Attorney General then said that they didn't have enough evidence. So what changed between 2019 and 2021? Well, obviously, an entire movement, an entire uprising, an international, global movement of folks kind of opening their eyes. Not even kind of, but opening their eyes to police brutality, state-sanctioned violence, and systemic racism. And so they say democracy dies in darkness. And what also dies in darkness is the truth as well. So when nobody knew about Elijah McClain in 2019, or not as many people knew about Elijah McClain in 2019, they just say, hey, we don't have enough evidence, and go back to business as usual. Then when it was brought to light after the murders of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd, went international, then everybody started paying attention to Elijah McClain, a 23-year-old black massage therapist who would play a violin for cats to entertain them at, I believe, pet shelters. And now these people have been indicted by a grand jury. And what an indictment from a grand jury means is that they don't need the defendant. They're just saying, hey, you did something wrong. Y'all left up. We're going to come in and make sure that this changes. The point of this video that I'm getting at is, do not ever let anybody tell you that showing up in the streets doesn't get something done. When you show up, people pay attention and people start to understand or maybe even listen to why you're showing up. So if you showed up in your city, wherever you are, part of that work has led to the indictment, the accountability, and holding these police officers and paramedics responsible for the death of Elijah McClain.